you're live. It says, okay, let's get this show started. First up is the solo mode. Let's get the last ones out the way. Enforcers of Justice. The Lightsworn wield their mighty powers to enforce justice. The trade-off is your deck itself. Seek victory before your deck runs out. Where there is a cry for help, the Lightsworn are there. To give the win over to the opponent by not having any cards left.
Deck out!
Yep. Alright, first up is the scenario. I didn't even know they had a story until now. We'll get 3 copies of
Lightsworn.
We'll get 3 copies of Jane, the Lightsworn Paladin.
Ooh.
What does he do?
Someone does really Lightsworn.
No, he goes up by 300 attack whenever it attacks an opponent's monster. And then you send the top 2 cards of your deck to the grave at the end of your turns. Way to go, buddy. That'll make people throw this card in. Enforcers of Justice. Sword in hand, clad in armor, body adorned in robes. All shine brightly like platinum, the heroic platoon's display of power. They're known as the Lightsworn. From whence did they come and for what do they fight? The wishes of those praying for peace, the cries of those suffering under tyranny, the innocent tears of children. They appear suddenly, an army of light breaking through the barrier of space and time.
Swords of rebelling light!
Swords of concealing light. Right. To each they aid. Their justice embodies a different form. Some see a knight in shining armor. Others see a graceful wizard. Still, others see a divine angel, or a dragon so great it eclipses the mountain with a single wing, they claim. Regardless of the form the enforcers take, their mission is unchanging. After annihilating the wicked, they vanish without a trace. They live in the radiant realm of light, in a world where existing in another plane of space and time. They continually train in preparation for dispensing justice. And that's their story.
Yeah! And you already did.
If you just heard that unlocking sound, you would know. No, I didn't. Practice. Learn the ins and outs of the Lightsworn deck. Here it is. Don't play it.
Power Clock of Destiny!
Doesn't do anything here. I think Power Clock of Destiny helps with Final Destination. But I don't really know a whole lot of decks that actually benefit from that whole turn advancement thing.
The
Alright.
Time Lord!
Oh, here we go. What makes a Lightsworn deck unique? This deck is filled with monsters with high attack and useful effects, but you must send a few cards from your deck to the graveyard during each of your end phases. Make sure you settle the duel before you run out of cards to draw. If you can fill your graveyard with 4 or more Lightsworn monsters with different names quickly, you will be able to bring out the ace monster Judgment Dragon. This monster has an effect that allows you to destroy all other cards on the field at the cost of 1,000 life points. Okay. And draw Solar Recharge. Set everything up to special summon Judgment Dragon and win on this turn. Activate Solar Recharge. Easy enough to do. And there you go. Just send Just discard Lightsworn Paladin and draw 2 cards. And then one of the cards that was sent to the grave is Wolf, the Lightsworn Beast. Since it was sent from the deck to the grave, I can special summon it. So here it is. Tribute summon Celestia Lightsworn Angel and destroy your opponent's monster using its effect. Okay. Let's see. Tribute summon this by tributing a Lightsworn monster. Oh, sorry. When you tribute summon this card using a Lightsworn monster, you can send the top 4 cards of your deck to the grave, then target up to 2 cards your opponent controls and destroy them. There are now 4 types of Lightsworn monsters in your graveyard. Special summon Judgment Dragon. Attack the opponent directly. Yep. And that's it. Alright. Let's see. These lock duels don't get me much. Just icons. And clear. And more stuff to let me unlock gates. Alright. Now let's duel with the loner deck. It's easy to be distracted by the effects of the Judgment Dragon, destroying all cards on the field. But be aware of the number of shine counters on Realm of Light and Lightsworn Sanctuary. Sometimes you need to build your tactics, considering that you can't destroy them with a single effect. And this duel will give me Garoth, Lightsworn Warrior, who will send 2 cards from the top of the deck to the grave. See, each time this card is sent. Well, each time a card is sent from your deck to your grave by the effect of a Lightsworn monster, except Garoth, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the grave and then draw 1 card for each Lightsworn monster sent to the grave by this effect. You know, if you felt you weren't decking out fast enough. Let's see, Photon Lead. Special summon 1 level 4 or lower light monster from your hand in face-up attack position. Okay. Well, first, let's try to win with the loner deck. Okay. Not exactly sure what he did there. Alright, so he summoned Jane. So he's supposed to send 2 cards from the top of his deck to the grave, which he did. Realm of Light and Raiden. Or Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn. And Lightsworn Sanctuary. Once per turn, you can send 1 Lightsworn monster from your hand to the grave, then target 1 other Lightsworn monster you control. Oh, I'm sorry, target 1 other Lightsworn monster in your grave, add it to the hand. So it just trades 1 out for another. Each time a card is sent from your deck to your grave, place a shine counter on this card. If a Lightsworn card you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can remove 2 shine counters from your side of the field for each of those Lightsworn cards instead. I have an extra deck of 15 cards. We got Black Rose, Moonlight Dragon, Formula Seachrome, Light End Dragon, Avenging Knight Parsaf, TG Wonder Magician, the hell? Michael, the Arc Lightsworn. Okay. And Judgment, the Dragon of Heaven. Alright. What do I do? What do I have in hand here? Graganoff, Lightsworn Dragon. Let's see, gains 300 attack and defense for each Lightsworn with a different name. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. At the end of the turn, send 3 cards. Aaron, Lightsworn Monk. Okay. It bounces monsters in defense position. That doesn't do anything here. Lila, the Lightsworn Sorceress. Target 1 spell or trap your opponent controls. This card's battle position cannot be changed. Also changed. Okay. So target 1 spell or trap the opponent controls. Got it. This card's battle position cannot be changed until the end of your next turn. Okay. Also change this card you control from face-up attack to face-up defense position. And if you do, destroy that target. Okay. And then once per turn during your end phase, send top 3 cards from your deck to the grave. What else we got? Lumina, the Lightsworn Summoner. Once per turn, discard a card, then target 1 level 4 or lower Lightsworn monster in your grave, special summon it. Then at the end turn, send 3 from the deck to the grave. Got it. Soul Recharge, discard a Lightsworn monster, draw 2 cards, then send 2 to the grave. In charge of the Light Brigade. Send the top 3 cards from your deck to the grave, add 1 level 4 or lower Lightsworn monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, we'll use Charge of the Light Brigade. I lost the Lumina, Lightsworn Judgment. What's this do? Place this card on top of the deck. If this card is sent from the deck to the grave by a Lightsworn effect, monster's effect, you can add 1 Judgment Dragon from your deck to your hand. Well, that's ass. Right, so what does this deck have? Duelist. That's new. Must be special summoned by a card effect. If this card is sent from your deck to the grave by a monster effect, special summon it. Okay, what about you? Raiden. Send 2 cards from the deck to the grave. Then, if any are Lightsworn monsters, this card gains 200 attack. Let's see. Guess I'll add that. Raiden. Then I'll summon Alright. I'll activate Solar Recharge next. We'll discard the monk. Why not? What else was sent? Ah, there's the spiritual swords of revealing light. That's something. Once per attack, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, pay 1,000 life points to negate that attack. During your opponent's turn, banish this from your grave. This turn, your opponent's monsters cannot attack directly. Okay. Activate this card by targeting a Lightsworn monster in the grave. Special summon and attack. Okay. Alright. I'm sure that spell card isn't that important. Summon Lumina. We'll activate Lumina's effect. Discard Raiden. And then I'll target Raiden to special summon him. Then I'll use Raiden's effect. Send 2 cards. No Lightsworn monsters. What was sent? Oh, a Judgment Dragon. Well, I don't need a Judgment Dragon in a deck that tells me I should summon him. Alright, next we're going to go into Synchro. So the choice is between Michael or the Black Moon Rose Moonlight Dragon. Nah, we'll go with Michael. Let's stay on theme. Alright. Use Raiden and Lumina. Synchro Summon.
Envoy of the End!
Michael, the Arc Lightsworn. What do you do again? Once per turn, pay 1,000 life points. Target 1 card on the field, banish that target. When this card is destroyed, you can target any number of other Lightsworn monsters in your grave, shuffle them into the deck.
Dang.
And if you do, gain 300 life points for each returned card.
Oh.
Once per turn during your end phase, send the top 3 cards from your deck. So there it is. Well, you know, I still have 24 cards left. Yeah, I'm still good to go. We'll banish the Lightsworn Paladin and attack directly. Hey, Salad. Lightsworns. Yes, indeed. I got Lightsworn Saber. What does this do? Equip only to a Lightsworn monster. Gain 700 attack. When this card is sent from your deck to the graveyard, you can target 1 Lightsworn monster you control. Equip this card to that target. Sure. And then Ferris special summons herself in defense mode. What do you do again? Let's see. You contribute this card and target. Oh, hold on. Tribute this card, then target 1 monster your opponent controls. Destroy that target. Then send the top 3 cards from your deck to. Oh my god! I have the worst luck with Lightsworns. I always draw Fearless and Beast and Cursed, I swear. It's not a curse, it's just Lightsworns. It's the fundamental problem that people have with them. Okay. He's just gonna blow up the defense position monster. Alright. Oh, he's still going after the spell card. Alright. That's fine. Another Lumina. I draw the cards I need to mill. And mill all the Judgment Dragons. Dude, I just milled my first Judgment Dragon on the first card I played. It's fine. Okay, game, I see how it is. You don't need the Judgment Dragon. You don't need to play Lightsworn. Alright, I'll special summon Lumina. Then use Lumina's effect. Discard this. Summon. Which of these should I summon? What was the alright. Event ban list dropping tomorrow. Oh, sweet! I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it should be a pretty great run. Alright, let's see, what do I got? I got... Uh-oh. Alright. I should be fine. First, Raiden's effect. Send 2 cards. Missed activation on Lightsworn Saber because I... Okay, sure, game. I don't know how that works, but okay. Summon Lightsworn Dragon. Use Michael's effect. Banish this. And then just beat him to death. Michael. Raiden. When affecting Lightsworn. It's fine. I don't plan on running a Lightsworn deck because of the issues you mentioned anyway. That's why nobody in the history of ever uses Lightsworn Saber. Yep. What's the point of adding a card into an archetype and then making card effects that cause it to miss timing? Like, I'm fine with it. Like, if I tried to splash Lightsworn Saber into another deck and then it missed timing, that would be understandable. But this is bull. Alright, I don't really need Photon Lead, so let's move on. There's another scenario that plays out. It gives me Genus, the Lightsworn Mender. During the end phase, if a card was sent from your deck to the grave by the effect of a Lightsworn card this turn, inflict 500 damage to the opponent, and then you gain 500 life points. Great. It's only Raiden and the Exceed, I think. There's an Exceed Lightsworn now? Right. That makes Saber miss timing. Well, alright then. Nobody runs Lightsworns as a solo archetype. Ugh. Alright. Though the Lightsworn possess ultimate power, sometimes even for them the evils that appear are too great. When the enemy is too fierce, have they no choice but to give up on justice? That is not an option. Deep within the realm of light lies a tightly sealed treasure chest. When a mighty enemy appears, the treasure box's heavy lid opens. Neatly folded robes of black await a warrior of justice. Possessing the power of darkness, therein slumbers the twilight cloth. When adorned by a Lightsworn, that warrior of justice is imbued with the powers of both light and darkness. They who wear the twilight cloth show no mercy to the forces of evil. Joining forces with the Black Punishment Dragon, Those warriors will not relent in their onslaught until all wickedness is vanquished from the world. Okay. Let's see. They are useful in chaos decks because they can benefit off the mill effects. The only chaos monster I really ran, like, that I can say off the top of my head is Chaos Sorcerer and, you know, Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. I never got my hands on a copy of, was it, the Blackluster Soldier variant until much later. When you need to get shit done, you wear a black cloak. Let's see what the loner deck works. Learn the ins and outs of the Lightsworn deck. We're just covering two different we're covering an archetype and a sub-archetype in one go. Let's see. Alright. What makes a Lightsworn deck unique? Lightsworn monsters have effects that send cards from your deck to the graveyard whenever a Lightsworn monster's effect is activated. Plan the timing at which you activate these effects to pull off some deadly graveyard-based strategies. You can also use their effects to banish one Lightsworn monster. When you have 4 or more banished Lightsworn monsters with different names, you can special summon Punishment Dragon. Oh. One more win and I'm Plat 3. Oh, congratulations! Give me a point of reference. What's the highest rank in this? The highest rank in this game is Platinum, isn't it? Is it like Platinum 1 or does it go up? So Platinum 5 is what you're after. Unfortunately, the duels I've been having in ranks are all just focused on, like, I was rookie, then I was bronze. I've peaked at Plat 3. I'm sure you'll go all the way. Oh wait, no, never mind. Cheaters go all the way. Like, I heard there was somebody who hacked into the game so that they could just immediately mandatory draw Exodia turn 1 all the time with a deck of 5 cards. It's such bull. See, set everything up to special summon Punishment Dragon and win this turn. First, normal summon Rico, Lightsworn Fighter, to activate its effect. Wait. Last season was Plat 3, then I dropped to Plat 4 right before the end of the month. I heard a lot of people tried to force themselves to lose a lot of duels just so they could, the next following season, get more rank up rewards. Rico, Lightsworn Fighter. If this card is normal, summoned, or flipped, you can banish one Lightsworn monster from your hand or graveyard. Banish one card on the field. Okay. Once per turn, if your other Lightsworn monster's effect is activated, send the top 3 from your deck to the grave. Okay. Summon a dog. Let's see. Send so we're banishing the Lightsworn Dragon here. And banishing this. Now activate Solar Recharge. Easy enough to do. Send right into the grave. Summons the This guy. The effect of Twilight Twin Dragon's card sent to the graveyard. Alright, so what is the Twilight Twin Dragons? If you control Punishment Dragon, target one Judgment Dragon in your grave, add it to your hand. Then send 4 cards from your deck to the grave. If this card is sent from your deck to the grave by a Lightsworn Monster's effect, you can target one Punishment Dragon in your grave, add it to your hand, then banish the top 4 cards. Okay. This seems like a lot of busy work to keep track of. What does the Punishment Dragon do? Must be special summoned from your hand by possessing 4 more banished Lightsworn monsters with different names. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points, shuffle into the deck all cards in the graveyards, and all face-up banished cards except Lightsworn monsters. Once per turn, if your Lightsworn monster's effect is activated, send the top 4 cards from your deck to the grave. Okay. Now 4 more banished Lightsworn monsters. Special summon Punishment Dragon. Alright. And then it just wants me to attack directly. Sure. First you. Then you. And then Punishment Dragon. I'm already unsure about how good of an idea it would be to run a Lightsworn deck, but now you add the Twilight Sworns with the banish effects, and then it becomes like even more demoralizing to try to run this. If you use the effect of the Twilight Sworn monsters, the cards in your graveyard will be sent to the grave one after another without waiting for the end phase. Always check the types of Lightsworn monsters that are banished and in the graveyard. Determine when the Judgment Dragon and Punishment Dragon are called, and think about countermeasures. What do I get? Jane, the Twilight Sworn General. Let's see, you banish one Lightsworn monster from your hand or grave. Target one monster on the field. It loses attack and defense equal to the banished monster's level times 300. Now, that's not bad. Once per turn, if your other Lightsworn monster's effect is activated, send the top 2 cards from your deck to the grave. That's kind of bad. And then I can get Dark Light. Tribute one dark monster with 1500 or more attack. Destroy all monsters that were special summoned this turn. That could be good. I don't know. First things first. Let's get through this loner deck door. What do we got? Neither of the dragons. Let's see. Lumina, the Twilight Sworn Shaman. Once per turn, banish one Lightsworn monster from your hand or grave. Target one of your banished Lightsworn monsters. Special summon it. Technically, I can't use that thing's effect. Target one Lightsworn monster in your grave that has the level. Add it to your hand, then banish a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to that original level. Well, that's pretty bad. Alright. So, what is this? Twilight Erasure, or Eraser. If you control 2 or more Lightsworn monsters with the same type but different names, banish 2 Lightsworn monsters from your graveyard, then target 2 cards on the field, banish them. If this card is sent from the deck to the grave by a Lightsworn monster's effect, you can special summon one Lightsworn monster from your hand. Okay. I don't really know what to do here. I summon you, and then just set some cards. I really don't know. Fast turn. Go nuts. Okay. Draw. Wonderful. Oh my god. Alright. At least Glorious Illusion is only each of Mayan phases. Okay. Summon. Tribute. Is this special summon or add to the hand? Yeah, add to the hand. I might as well use it now. What 3 cards am I getting in there? Aw, man. Oh no, it banishes. It doesn't. Oh my god. So all I did was weaken it. Ah, goodness. I'm bad at this. Oh shit, I can use Twilight Eraser now? Control 2 or more Lightsworn monsters. Let's see. This card is sent to the grave by the effect of the Lightsworn monster's effect. You can special summon one Lightsworn monster from your hand. Oh, sure, go for it. Special summon the beast. It can't summon itself on its own effect anyway. Dark Honest. Summon this. Let's see, I can banish one Lightsworn monster from my grave and then special summon a banished Lightsworn. What do I got? I got the General, Dark Honest, and Twilight Cloth. Alright, well, I can summon the General, so I'll do that. Banish Rico. Get the General. And then just beat him to death. Let's do 23. I overdid it. What can I summon from the grave? Huh. It said the Exceed one's the one that misses timing. Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn. Let's see, 2 rank 4s, I can do that. Or, let's see, send the top 3 from the deck to the grave. Draw cards equal to the number of Lightsworn cards sent to the grave by this effect. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect. Send 3 from the deck to the grave. Then you can destroy cards up to the number of Lightsworns. Should I even do that?
No.
Different names. Banish 2 Lightsworns from your graveyard. You know what? Why not? I'll do it. Let's summon Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn. After all, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, that now I get it. Now I know why I really don't like the Lightsworn. It's just flat out gambling. That's it. It's just hoping for the best. There's no strategy or tactic. It's just, please don't die. Alright, well, I lucked out. I got a wolf. And Lumina, the Twilight Shamans, and some more. And that's my turn. Then Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn's second effect activates. Destroy a card. Select 1 to 2 cards to destroy. No. Just that one. Felis summons itself because it was sent to the grave. Then Lumina sends more cards to the grave. Twilight Cloth's effect activates. Okay, if this card is sent from the field from the deck to the grave by a Lightsworn monster's effect, you can activate this effect this turn. Lightsworn monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Well, that's useless to me now. Plat 1 players be wildin' sometimes. What do you mean? This guy either had the worst hand ever, or he's using a terrible deck. I'd imagine if he's a real high-ranked player, I imagine it's the former, not the latter.
It's the virus bug.
Probably. Like, I mean, if you have a lot of traps that you want to activate, but you don't have the requirements, then why set them so they can be destroyed? Let's see. I don't have anything to really do here. Switch to attack. Summon Lumina, second copy of Lumina. And this thing lets me summon any of the Lightsworns, right? Yeah. I'll use her effect. Banish one of my grave, the many cards I have in the grave. I got a lot of them. Or summon one, the dragon. Who is currently at 4,400 attack. No, don't do that. I'm at 2 cards in hand. I'm sorry, 2 cards left in the deck. Attack. 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 Plat 1 players sometimes run complete dog shit for fun. They can demote any. They can't demote anyway. They can't? Wait, how come you can't? Like, so there's no risk of. There's no penalty for losing? I can just throw whatever I want into the game and I don't have to stress over the fact that I'll lose my rank?
No.
Once you hit Platinum 1, your rank is locked. Ah. Why? Okay. I didn't know that. Right. So Plat 1 players can literally run normal monster skill drain beatdown and never lose rank. Alright, I guess. Alright, hold on. What does this give me? Light Spiral. Continuous Trap. Each time a card is sent from your deck to the graveyard by the effect of a Lightsworn monster, remove from play the top card of your opponent's deck. What? Only the top? Like, it doesn't... They're not forced to match you? This card sucks. I don't know, maybe if you had 3 on the field at once? I saw one Plat 1 player literally playing Mind Control the deck. Just so he can get the Steam achievement. How does that work? Is it just a bunch of cards that like take control of the opponent's monsters? Alright, let's get through the last scenario of the Lightsworn. We made it. The Lightsworn cannot inhabit this world for long. This is because they require enormous magical power in order to maintain their forms while in this world. Hence, as soon as the evil is destroyed, they vanish and raise back to the realm of light. Transcending time and space, their battle for justice never ceases. Some have honed their skills in the realm of light to receive new roles as enforcers of justice. The Lightsworn have great hopes that the people's hearts will be at peace. Hopefully one day, the world won't need such enforcers of justice. Until that day comes, they will continue to dispense justice wherever it is called for. Yay. It sounds like somebody's been watching too much Death Note. I am justice.
Now, we would know that by the most powerful card. Kira! The Hurricane.
If Kira was a card, he'd be a Lightsworn.
Well, that's the first card.
See, Light. Secret Pack Justice from Light. The Lightsworn hold incredible power, but the way they drain the deck is a weakness. Combined with Twilight Sworn and their card banishing, you can aim for a quick conclusion. Okay. Hey, they got a Link monster. Curious, the Lightsworn Dominion. But yeah, I just can't get behind this. The whole blow yourself up strat. Lightsworn, ew. Yeah. I got my achievement with Utopic Draco Future negates an Exceed Fest. What the hell? Full deck of draw my. What's the achievement requirements exactly of that you're talking about? Well, whatever. What else is there as far as these go? Alright, there's only 2 left. The SP Deck Challenge, which is challenge yourself to a duel against a special deck and win spectacular rewards. And then there's the Fairies Who Paint the Weather. The Fairies Who Paint the Weather. The weather patterns they weave become continuous spells and trap cards, which bless the field and the fairies themselves with amazing effects. Uncover the secrets to wielding the powers of the ever-changing weather. It's like take control of 10 monsters from your opponent I'm only missing one, being the burn challenge. Spectacular. Yep. Spectacular rewards. Is that why they went with SP? Oh, whatever. We'll go with the fairies. Oh man, it's short. Oh, it's not like a million long. It's like two scenarios. All right, scenario 1, and it's just a bunch of people sitting in the clouds, happy, with a rainbow over in a sparkly sky.
A rainbow bridge. Queen Karibo.
No. There's like two. That's I don't even know how mixed up that is. All right. Let's see. I love this music.
Aww.
A little girl gazed out the window at the scenery outside as it rained. Watching the girl, her mother called to her.
Just that's the way.
Yeah, hold on. I want to take a moment to enjoy this. This is some really good music. Last time I heard music like this, like when I played Digimon World 1, I think. It's so calming. Right. Watching the girl, her mother called to her. You don't like rain, do you? No, I don't. It's boring when it rains because I can't play outside. The girl replied without turning around, but her voice betrayed her sour mood. Mom, why does it rain? The mother replied to the child whose inquiry was so direct. It rains because the weather fairies are working on behalf of all of us. And the art style is so satisfying.
And the cloud
Something
combo.
Else. Oh wow, this guy right here. Okay. Perhaps due to the unexpected answer, the girl now turned to her mother with an intrigued expression. Sure, Mom, and there's nothing in that coffee. Indeed.
Pixie dust.
Her mother began to speak. There are weather fairies in the sky who use magical paint brushes and crayons to deftly draw pictures in the sky. The pictures turn into weather, delivering blessings to all. Seemingly fond of the expression drawing pictures in the sky, the little girl left the window to sit on her mother's lap on the sofa, where she waited for her to continue the story.
As you jewel the story out.
How does it play? You bring nightmares. People will have nightmares of the weather deck.
Yeah.
Say they're no fair. It's not fairies. It's a thing of evil.
Fairy tale bliss.
Let's see. This is not the music I expected to hear play after, what we heard just earlier, but okay. What makes a weather deck unique? Use the weather continuous spell and trap cards to grant the weather monsters various effects and aim to link summon the weather painter rainbow. After a weather monster uses one of those effects, they will be banished until your next standby phase. Having your monsters leave the field before they can be destroyed by an opponent's effect can be a good strategy to keep them protected, but use those effects in moderation to prevent your field from thinning out too much. Honestly, weather painters can be pretty degenerate. When the mask slips off and they play Defissure because they don't care about monsters being banished. Goddamn. So it is a thing of evil. Alright. Use the effects of the cards in your hand to link summon the Weather Painter Rainbow. Firstly, special summon the Weather Painter Rain using Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. Easy enough. Why'd it have me play it in the corner here? Honestly, rule of Yu-Gi-Oh! If it's cute, it's probably Satan. That can't be right. That just cannot be right. That's terrible. Alright, so Weather Painter Rain.
They had Dark Lord Mary.
Like, this is, so far, this is the only time a deck's been trying to tell me to specifically summon a monster in a zone. They are teaching you how to use columns properly. Columns are very important for weather painters. Oh. Now special summon the Weather Painter Sun using Celestial Transformation. Okay. Wait, let me actually read this. What is this about? If this card is special summoned, you can place one weather spell or trap from your hand face up in your spell or trap zone. Okay. You can place the weather spell trap from your hand face up in the spell and trap zone. Okay, sure. You can use this effect of the Weather Painter once per turn. Why would I need this? Okay, never mind. I guess to be able to play the spell and traps from during the opponent's turn. Once per turn during the standby phase after the turn. Let's see. During the standby phase of the turn after this card was banished from the field, you can activate the weather card's effect. You can special summon this card. This banished card. That's... Oh, I guess all the weathers are like that. Right. Because the spells affect every weather painter in the column and the one next to it. It's most useful for playing the traps, since you can't just activate them. Alright. Here we go. The Weather Painter Sun. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send one face-up continuous spell trap you control to the grave, special summon this card in defense position. And if you do, place one the weather spell trap from your hand face up in your spell trap zone. You can only use this effect as the Weather Painter Sun once per turn. Once per turn during the standby phase, the turn this card was banished. Yeah, okay. Next, normal summon Weather Painter Snow. Use its effect to place the weather rainy canvas. Okay. So this plays one from the deck. But while we're here, let's look at the rest of these. Snowy canvas. Let's see, the weather effect monsters in your main monster zones of this card's column and its adjacent columns get this effect. You can banish this card, quick effect, add one weather card from your deck to your hand. Yes, Snow is the deck's best normal summon. You can okay. And then, so that's Snow. And then Rainy Canvas, the one it wants me to play. It gives the weather effect monsters in your main monster zones and adjacent zones. Okay. You can banish this card. Then target one spell trap the opponent controls, return it to the hand. Okay. I can, like, a mini giant Trunate, sure. I guess. And then Cloudy Canvas. So each weather card gives the monsters, so you can't just rely on the spell and traps, otherwise you're screwed. The weather. Alright, so this one, you can banish this card, then target one face-up monster the opponent on the field, and then half its current attack. But it can attack directly this turn. So I could either use that so I can attack directly, or just to weaken the opponent's monster and beat them down. Sure. Fun fact, weather painters can also use their effects under skill drain. How? Because it's not the monster's effects, it's the spell's effect. Oh my god, that is awful. Why? Why are you like why are they like this? Give me a sec. Okay, well, next one up, the weather sunny canvas. Let's see.
Chase it.
You can it gives the weather monsters. You can banish this card, then target one monster you control. Tribute that target, and if you do, special summon one the weather monster from your hand or graveyard, but not with the same name the tributed monster had on the field. That doesn't matter though. All of them can be summoned if they're banished. And if you add like Macrocosmos or Defissure, they all banished regardless. So any tribute effect will happen. I don't know, Sunny Canvas seems like the one I might not use just because I don't expect to use the graveyard much. It's not bad to have. Let's see. The Weather Fundery Canvas. Alright. Sunny is the worst one. Okay, yeah. But the Thunder one, this gives the monster... Each one will affect at least 3 monsters at best.
At least 800 or 700 for each.
No, at the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish this card and then return that opponent's monster to the hand. So, there was this monster way back in Yu-Gi-Oh! That got banned because of how useful it was. It was called Neostation Grand Mole. It got banned because of how useful it was. And this effect is pretty much just that. It just gives all your monsters Grand Mole. Oh, that is nuts. Since this is a Floodgate Demon Control deck, I don't know about calling them demons, that's a little much. Aurora Canvas. When exactly one card is added to one player's hand, You can banish this card, banish the added card, and if you do, that player draws one card. Oh, that's not that great. They still get a card. Alright. The Weather Rainbowed Canvas. This is the last one. If your opponent controls a monster, quick effect, you can banish this card, special summon one the weather monster with a different name from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon other monsters from the deck for the rest of this turn. That's meh. Yeah, but they don't get the card they wanted. Yeah, I guess you're right, but like that just sounds petty. like, what happens if you banish the card they add and then they just immediately draw a copy of the card they wanted to add anyway? I know the chances are slim, but still. All right, let's get on with this whole practice duel. The 3 weather monsters in your field now all gain effects. The effect written on the weather rainy canvas. Use this effect to your advantage and make sure the duel continues in your favor before you even prepared your link summon. Now you have 3 the weather monsters try link summoning. Okay. I mean, unlikely. It could happen. Alright, let's see. We got the Weather Painter Rainbow. What does this do? When your opponent would special summon a monster, quick effect, you can send this link summoned card to the graveyard, negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster or monsters. Once per turn during the standby phase of the turn after this card was banished from the field to activate the weather's card effect, you can special summon this banished card. The weather effect monster this card points to gains the following effect. When a card or effect is activated, banish this card to negate the activation. Oh my god! So it turns all your weather monsters into the ability to into Omni negates.
Chase the rainbow.
Oh god, that's awful. That is twisted.
Clover simply means cross the golden ring.
Who does? What? Who made this? I want to know who thought this was a good idea.
Yeah.
I told you, actually Satan.
That's the most prized card.
God damn.
Oh, wow.
Right. And it doesn't specify where they add it from. So if an Eldritch player uses his graveyard effect, they just banish Golden Lord. Ugh. Wait, what does this thing do? Oh. Yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, this is clearly not a bad deck in the slightest. It's just some twisted evil shit. God damn. You just sit there and watch the opponents, like, struggle. If opponent uses the effect of the Weather Foundry Canvas, monsters on the field will be returned to your hand. If it is used for a monster special summon from the extra deck, it will be disadvantageous at once, so be careful about the card arrangement of the opponent's spell and trap card. I got to spectate a game where a zombie player was trying to beat D. Fissure skill drain weather painters. It was actually depressing to watch.
God damn.
I'm not sure if I'd want to use something like this. This seems like... It doesn't seem bad. It just seems very, very mean. What do we got here? Weather Painter Aurora. Level 6. When this card is special summoned. Okay, you can place the weather spell or trap from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in the match trap card zone. Your opponent cannot target the weather spells you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Oh my god! Once per turn during the standby phase of the turn after this card was banished from the field, you can special summon this banished card. This is gross. Like, the one thing you can do to beat this deck is to take out its spell and traps. Ew. Can actually easily win this duel without using painters too. The AI kills themselves if Athena exists. Well, yeah, but I'd have to have Athena. At any rate, I'll use this. Add Valhalla. Play it over in this little corner here. Use its effect. Special summon Aurora. And then what do we do? This gains from the graveyard. Don't need that. Cloudy Canvas. Banish a card. Target a monster. Half its attack. Alright, that's not useful. And then the Thundery Canvas will banish them to bounce the opponent's monsters back to the hand. So yeah. That one. That's the main one we're going to want to use. The rest of these can stay in the hand for all I care. Rainy Canvas, which targets the opponent's spell. Well, return spell and traps. That's fine. The Weather Painter keeps you from doing that anyway. Sanctuary in the Sky. Battle damage to the controller of a fairy monster from a battle involving that monster becomes 0. Oh, speaking of, there's Athena. So you said he's just going to kill himself if I summon Athena, right? If another fairy monster is summoned, inflict 600 damage to your opponent. Once per turn, you can send one fairy monster you control to the grave except Athena. Then target one fairy in your graveyard except Athena and special summon it. Okay. But Athena's level 7, so I won't be able to summon it just yet. No. Every time he uses a Weather Painter effect, it uses that's going to be a special summon. Just banish Aurora for the effect. Oh. Yeah, I probably should have did that. Uh-oh. Wait, why is he just ending his turn? Alright, and got another Hecatrice. Sure. Summon it right over here. Use Thunder Canvas. Oh my god. Now I get it. Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have summoned Hecatrice. The idea was I should have used Aurora's effect, banished Aurora. Then I wouldn't have been controlling any monsters, so I could have just used Valhalla to special summon Athena. Oh my goodness. My bad. I'll get it right this time. Alright. Yeah, I could have used Cloud to do that last turn too. After he summoned Air Knight. Yeah. Alright, so we'll use Cloud. Now give it use its new effects. Thanks to Cloud. Target that monster. Now we go use Valhalla. Special summon Athena. Over here in this corner here. Then I'm going to normal summon. What does this do again? If another face-up weather monster you can control is sent to the grave. That's not happening. That's perfect. Yeah. Alright, fine. But it'll still gain the other effect. Wait. Before I do anything, what is the effect it's saying can be activated? Probably Cloud. No. Oh. You know what? Yeah, I might as well use its effect. Half of Athena's attack, then give her the ability to attack directly. Because he has Sanctuary in the Sky on the field, so he's not going to take any battle damage from his fairies. And then both. Yep. Then on a standby phase, all our weather monsters are resummoning themselves. And Athena deals damage to him for each and every one. Oh man. This is gross. Weather Rainbow Canvas. Alright, so you can special summon something. And he's thinking. The computer's in 5. Gonna special summon some more, let's do it. Hold on. Oh shit. He just keeps going. Alright, he sent something to the grave. Yeah, you told me. It's just suiciding. Alright, banishing both of these. Yeah, he kills himself. And he summons yet another monster. Oh, he's gonna bounce it. Ah, there's no point. They... Whatever. I think if they hit 600 or lower, they will decline to resummon the painter. Well, at least there's that. Whoops. Misclick. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can already attack for game anyway. No, I misclicked. I screwed up. I mean, yeah, I still win, but still, I screwed up.
Instead of 3 turns, it's 4.
Essentially. All you do is resummon. Yeah. Battle. Attack. No, not directly. It has to be a monster. And then I just gotta make sure I don't screw up and remember to say yes to using the Thunder Canvas effect. Oh no! Because he banished the monster I was attacking. I just replay the attack. Okay. We replay the attack again. He finally, jeez, he kept resummoning and unsummoning. Alright. Jeez, that was nuts.
Are you done now?
Yeah, you know what? No, he unsummoned everything, so now he has no field, so now I just attack direct. Fuck it. Alright. No Athena finish. It's over. He decided to die on his terms. Alright. Whatever. Banished his whole field. Big brain AI. Yup. I cannot comprehend. Alright, play the last scenario. As she gazed out the window, the mother continued her story. Rain is depicted by the weather painter Rain. She's a bit shy, but she's most diligent. It rains so that trees and flowers around the world may be nourished. Depicting the snow is the weather painter Snow. She's a bright, cheerful, hard-working maiden. The snow this child makes blankets the villages and mountains white in winter. Depicting the clouds is the weather painter Cloud, a handsome young man. Sometimes he's in his own world, but with a magic marker he can draw any cloud imaginable. You must have seen clouds that look exactly like other objects, right? It is the job of the weather painter's son to draw sunshine. An old man with a fluffy beard, he kindly watches over the others. On laundry days, it's most helpful when he decides to draw sunshine. Lightning is etched by the weather painter Thunder, a boy who's a bit of a prankster. He sketches lightning in order to surprise everyone, and sometimes his overly zealous artwork shocks even himself. The one who draws the sky curtain, Aurora, is the weather painter Aurora. The Aurora she paints are of such beauty, I hope one day we can glimpse them together. The weather painter Rainbow depicts rainbows. The ringleader, using 7 colors of paint, she builds a rainbow bridge in the sky. Not only are rainbows beautiful, but treasures lie at their feet, or so the story goes. After hearing the story, the little girl exhaled with satisfaction, as if she'd finally remembered to breathe. There are so many fairies in the sky. You know so much, Mother, but have you ever met one? Her mother smiles gently and, stroking her daughter's head, replies, "Yes, when I was about your age. If you're a good girl, surely you'll meet your own fairy one day. Perhaps among the people you've encountered, there may be some that met a fairy." Can't bounce my monsters if I just banish them all. My mom needs to get off some drugs. Dreams. Alright, we got new pack Artistic Angel. What do we have here? As though illustrating the very sky itself, the weather painters draw upon the effects of weather canvas spell and trap cards, while the sulfa chords work in harmony to build an accompaniment with pendulum scales and show off what fairy monsters can do. So it's all about fairies here. Right, so we got the weather painter, sulfur chords. Yep, just sulfur chords and weather painters. Ret Time Reviver Emitter. I don't get it. It's a tuner monster, so I guess it's all about some synchros. Probably not. Okay. And that is it for all those solo modes. Pendulum best deck. Let's go. How do you consider Pendulum's the best? Clearly.
So you got the one-eyed dragons now? Or you got your performer pop?
They're called. Are you talking about the Odd Eyes? You don't know? Okay.
Showtime.
Yeah, that's the Odd Eyes guy. Besides, I don't think I'd have to know what type of packs to go for. And I honestly don't know. Besides, I only got 4,000 gems. I'm gonna have to actually get into ranked in a more serious manner now.
Okay. I gotta get all the shit.
But that'll be for another time. Alright. For now, everyone stop by. Thank you. I will be back on tomorrow with more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous and more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. What is this? I summon 2 Supreme King Starving Venom and Predaplant Verte, and summon Lyralusk Independent Nightingale with instant fusion. Copy Lyralusk effect twice for 8,000 burn damage. And I found a ban list. That's what I found. Like, you tell me all that, it's like, and now I know what's going on the ban list next time. That'd be the worst thing. The developers of the game be like, all right, so we're scouring all the channels and the YouTubers and streamers. What should we ban next? Oh yeah, that's getting bad.
You said he looped them.
They're gonna blacklist you, Tormented Salad. They're gonna be like, all right, what is Tormented Salad going to use next? All right, we're banning that. Pendulum FTK, let's go. No. Look what happened to somebody who tried to first turn kill me with Exodia. He lost. Turn 0. I didn't have to play anything. He looked at my sheer amount of power and the fact that I just wouldn't give up just because he was using Exodia. And he surrendered. It was terrible. That's what happens if you try to use an FTK deck. When things don't go my way, I summon what is that? Bagoska? Now, the problem is, you could be joking, and I wouldn't know it because I've seen some really weird names in Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. Turn off all effects of monsters that can go into defense mode. Huh. Alright, well, at any rate, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks again for stopping by, and until then, take care. I'm mostly going to just be checking out the ban list, but after that, I'll probably get into some matches. If he's in attack mode, he can be targeted by effect. Baguska is a rank 4 Exceed monster. That's a real name? If he's in defense mode, all monsters go into defense, and all defense monsters' effects are negated. Ew. That's gross. Alright. See you next time.